What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. In my videos, I always talk about the difference a year can make in your life and how all you need to do is to maximize an opportunity. And I want to talk about that in terms of Deion Sanders. Just 4 years ago, he was in coaching obscurity. The only thing he could really do was coach high school football, things like that, all right? But he took an opportunity to be at Jackson State University. Now, this is important because he was just the offensive coordinator in high school. He wasn't even a high school head coach, all right, for the most part. At Trinity Christian School, he was the offensive coordinator. 2020, he takes a job at Jackson State. Now, again, I always tell you that your best opportunities are always going to be with the blacks. Okay? Always. Want the best opportunities, the black community will give you a chance to start to do something. If it's in Africa and Black America, your opportunity to start to do something is always, for the most part, in the black sector. He does that at Jackson State. At Jackson State, nobody really takes him serious. Guess what? He goes to Jackson State, does a pretty decent job. First year, right? Because he had only 7 games. It was a whole COVID. 4-3. Second year, 11-2. Third year, 12-1. Right? Goes to the University of Colorado, upsets TCU, smashes Nebraska. 2-0. Colorado won 1 game last year. Now, what is the conversation now? Let's go to the SEC. All right. The University of Alabama used to kill in as far as winning almost title. If it wasn't Clemson, they were winning almost every year. Now, the last 2 years, we've seen Georgia come away with the crown. And people are saying that Nick Saban has lost a step. They just lost to Texas. All right. So they've lost a step. So now what they're saying is, okay, listen, the national titles, the last one we got was 2020. We got one in 2015, 2017, 2012. Nick Saban is losing a step. Here's what we need to do. We need to look at who can replace him. This is the conversation going on right now. And do you know who they are talking about replacing him? Who should we go after? Deion Sanders. Now, this is very interesting. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, University of Alabama has never had a black head coach. In the last 20 years, they've had just a few. Again, Bill Curry. Remember, Gene Stallings won a title in 92 with that team. And there was Mike Dubose. So, you know, we're dealing with that. All right. National championship at that particular time. All right. Here's what I want to discuss. Alabama is a racist state historically. Never would you ever believe a black man would be the head coach of the University of Alabama in 1,000 years. But because of Deion Sanders and who he is, imagine what the money that Alabama has, right? A football state as talented as Alabama, they're always in the number 1 or 2 or 3 top 5 recruiting classes. They know what Deion Sanders at Alabama would do. In fact, a lot of the coaches coming from Alabama are somewhere else. I think like Oregon's head coach was at Alabama at one point. A lot of Georgia staff came from Alabama. Listen, bring Deion to Alabama. He's going to bring us the talent that we need to stay at the top level. Here's a scary thing. That talent was in Black America. That talent was at Jackson State. And a lot of times we see the talent in ourselves that folks don't see. I wonder who it was. And speaking of Jackson State, I want to be just, I know they have a lot of problems. But I want to know who was the person that said, Jackson State, we want Deion to come coach our school. That person right there is a genius. Because that person there is going to be responsible for why Deion goes to anywhere else if it's not Colorado to Alabama. And I want to tell you, right, how just 3, 4, 5 years can change your life. Nobody was taking Deion seriously in 2021. Nobody took him seriously. Now he's on that radar. Shedeur Sanders, somebody took him seriously. But all you need to do is to just focus in on it. And a lot of times you can create those opportunities. I'm telling you, HBCUs, Black America, we forget about these opportunities that are there that we can prove ourselves. Not to say you need to stop there and go somewhere else. But what I'm saying is this. The Black community gave him a chance to do what he had to do. Now everybody wants him. And they're seriously saying, listen, this guy can recruit. Because Nick Saban's a great coach. No doubt about that. He's not Deion Sanders, though. Because a player who can be, Saban's never been a Hall of Fame player or Hall of Fame NFL coach. Never. He's never been that. He's never been that. And that's the thing that we're talking about. He's never been that. But now, what I'd like to discuss is look at Deion now. Multi-million-dollar contract. Just doing the work. Taking advantage of an opportunity. How many of us would be somewhere different if we would just do a good job with the opportunity that we got right now? I'm telling you, it would be crazy. There's so many opportunities that we can just prove ourselves, even within our own communities, and just show that you can do the job. Everybody will want you. Everybody will want you. And I'm here to tell you that those opportunities are in Black America. They're in Africa. Anything with the blacks is going to be always the opportunities. And sometimes, what if Deion would have been like, you know what? I don't want to go to Jackson State. I don't want to do that. Man, he did Jackson State with the Colorado. At Colorado, now Alabama. And here's what's next. If it's not Alabama, here we are, head coaching in the NFL. That's where he's going next. If it's not Alabama, he probably needs to stay in college. But NFL. And you know what happens when you make that Alabama money? I don't know how much Deion is making right now at Colorado. But listen, in Colorado, you have the money to pay him. They was like, listen, we'll get the money. We'll get the money. He has a 5-year, $29.5 million deal that will earn him $5.5 million in the first year. How much is Nick Saban getting paid? Let me check it out right now. Nick Saban is getting $11.7 million a year. Oh my God. $11 million a year. Are you crazy? But that opportunity came through at HBCU, right, in Black America. And things that we'll look at, I'm not going over to do that. I'm not working with them to do that. Let me tell you something. I'm here in Uganda, okay? Uganda was the greatest opportunity I've ever seen in my life. Complain about it all the time, but it gave me a shot to do anything else I'm doing right now. It's worked out. Able to write my ticket. And a lot of us as blacks, if we would think more or less like that, man, we would be doing so great. You know, just the opportunity to provide for your own group, opportunity to do things your own group, man, the world. See, the thing is, and I hate to say it, but when as us as blacks, if we would just realize what we had, oh my God, we would never have to worry about nobody else's money, nobody else's nothing. But this is what you're seeing right now. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Producer for all you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.